we'll get this out of the way. Rose's game of the year, because she's been playing it all the time whenever she has 5 seconds, is
The Walking Dead mobile game.
Which is essentially one of those lovely free-to-play games that everybody loves to play, but this one apparently is very good, and you could easily say is the game you put the most time into.
Yeah.
Even more than probably the games I have played.
I've probably played it every day since I got it a couple months ago. It's really good!
It also has an autoplay feature, so that helps into it. But the good news is you haven't put any money into it.
No. Here,
there we go. Okay, so we
face roll it. You guys got it.
So we got that out of the way.
I got
Yay.
Jesus. He's like level 50. It's fine.
Anywho.
It's fine. I'll be alright.
Low on health. Games of the year 2015.
Hi.
Roses is apparently that. We're going to get to mine. A couple of quick things I want to note is this year, the kind of the year before last, I got an Xbox One. So I was able to play a bunch of Xbox One games this year, not that many, 360. I also got a nice new shiny TV the year before, so it's one of the ones that does the 120 hertz, which does make a difference.
It does. It's really nice.
So that's kind of been fun for a game. I still got my surround sound. I did finally breach 200,000 gamer score, which once again we all know doesn't need much, but yes, that happened.
You're proud of it.
One of the probably coolest things for gaming for me this year overall is going. That's next year. It's going to be this thing here. Yes.
That thing.
The ability now to have your Xbox Live or your Xbox stream to your PC like it is right now.
Oh, look who has a background that I drew for him.
Is awesome. Like, I really enjoy being able to have, like, a menu up here or a menu up there. Almost a la our old school picture-in-picture, which a lot of TVs don't do anymore.
Yeah, I remember that.
But basically, being able to resize this however I need it to basically watch something or look at guys or do something just makes it a lot easier. Of course, it goes over the network, and there is barely any, like, lag whatsoever. This is one of the games that'll be on next year's.
Game of Thrones.
But this has helped out immensely, being able to basically, instead of or change my inputs, just have this window open and switch to like another just web doc, or as loading screens happen, just check Twitter or check Tumblr or check Facebook. This has helped out a lot.
Yeah, helps you keep on top of your other stuff. If you're like, oh, it's taking forever, you're like, I'm just gonna go check Feedly or something. You don't use Feedly anymore because it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work on mobile. But there you go. My current gamer score, as you can see right there, is 229,000. Who is that?
And then you can see the other person under me there.
Me.
That's that person there.
That's a really...
That's that person.
Yeah, it's like it's my gamer tag or something.
But yeah, so I've been doing that a lot of Xbox One games, which you'll see here. And right now we'll get to my top 10, which I alluded to before. It's going to be Witcher is my game of the year. I really liked it. It was very
entertaining. You talked about it almost
like all the quests and missions. It was just really good. It's better than the other games in the series because it's more accessible. They made it not hardcore, which was nice. Now, Undertale.
Oh man, Undertale
came out of nowhere for a lot of us. It's of course the old school like sprite-based RPG.
But it's
it's Undertale, the game you don't have to kill anybody, which is the
RPG where you don't have to destroy anyone.
Which basically wants you to do what we call a pacifist run. Try not to kill anybody. Try to get through it without doing a usual RPG.
When we played through it is what we did. I'm like, let's do the pacifist run.
Which is very difficult.
And you're like, it's really hard at the end.
In which case, we actually didn't beat the game because it got too tricksy for me. But we did watch it because there's a million Let's Plays. And now we're currently watched the Let's Play. We're currently watching the Let's Play of the Genocide or Bad Kid Run.
The Bad Kid Run,
which is very interesting.
Genocide.
Like it's
super interesting. It's like you like trigger for a battle, and then it's like, no one came.
They're
and
all
we're like,
so nonetheless, Undertale, it's on PC. It is cheap.
It's so good.
Anybody's PC right now can run it. Anybody's PC can now. So you really, I would say this is the game where if you're a gamer, you have no excuse not to play this.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's just really good. And it's really short. Good. It's 6 to 8 hours at most. At most.
Well, yeah. If you're good
at
at games. If you're crap at games, it might be longer.
Next one's going to be Metal Gear Solid. I like, of course, the Metal Gear Solid series.
It was pretty. It was funny. I like, what's the thing when you Fulton them, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Just basically attach a balloon to somebody.
Just like
this truck, mine. This person, mine. This turret, mine.
Mine. If it's not nailed down, I'm taking it.
This goat right here, mine.
Yeah, and you had a lot of fun populating your
my
zoo.
base. Like, they did a really good job.
No, populating your zoo. You're
zoo
like, let me show you my zoo. And I'm like, you actually have a zoo.
It's a really good game. The story's actually really good. It is not the best in the series, but definitely not the worst.
Yeah, you showed me a lot of the story elements, and it was very good. I liked it a lot.
The next game is going to be Battlefield Hardline.
I don't remember that one.
This will come out of the side, because Battlefield, yes, it's supposed to be a multiplayer game, and Battlefield whatever is also on this list. Hardline had a really good story.
Is that the one where, like, the tutorial is, like, you're in recovery or something? And...
No.
Okay, that's a different one?
That's a different one.
All right.
I think it's Metal Gear.
I don't remember this game at all.
No, I don't think you saw this one.
so many games.
But no, this one, I really liked the tone. It was very much kind of like a... I don't know, but it's just like a Vice type of, they betray you and corrupt cops, and just a big... It's just really good. It's presented really well. The characters are great. And for some reason, it made a lasting impact, which is weird. Because I do want to say these Battlefield games and Call of Duty games, sometimes their single-player stories and campaigns are still really good and still up there. And really, Battlefield Hardline, I love the story. Next is Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is the follow-up to, I think, just Tomb Raider, the new reboot.
I was having a friggin' anxiety issues trying to play the beginning of this game where, like, you have to, like, jump and stuff is timed, and I'm just like...
Just you getting through the
Himalayas. Here you go. You're like, play the beginning. I'm like, no,
the structure
I can't.
The structure they have for these games are solid now. They'll just keep running with it. This one's still good, just as good as the one before.
I still haven't played the first one, which...
Yeah, you have. The next game is Fallout 4, which is a good game. Don't get me wrong, good game. I didn't feel it brought more to it than the previous Fallouts 3 in Vegas.
It's more of the same, which is good.
But
you wanted it to be different more?
There was never a wow moment. Usually the Elder Scrolls games come out on a new console, the graphics are good, I come out, I'm like, wow.
Your bar's very high,
look at this world. And like, I was like, okay, good.
It didn't disappoint you, though.
No, it didn't disappoint me.
It just didn't surprise you.
Yeah, it wasn't refreshing. Next game is Vandal Hearts, which is kind of an old school...
Not Vandal Hearts.
Vandal Hearts is the PlayStation
Valiant
series.
Hearts. Valiant Hearts.
Point and click type of adventure. Very historical, very moving, very just charming. It has a great
stylized
tone.
Art style.
You learn a bunch. We learned a bunch.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, there's another tidbit.
It's very good. And once again, a nod to Loading Ready Run, them doing their Let's Play of this, because that reminded me.
Yeah, that was Alex and
Camp. Next one's Dying Light, which is basically done by the Dead Island people. Not been a big fan of the Dead Island people games. Dying Light's a zombie one, because they do zombie games.
Is it the one where you're like a ninja at first and it's weird?
No.
I'm really bad at this.
There is a lot of like parkour elements to it, so maybe that's where you got that.
But I don't.
But it's a very good zombie game. Next one's gonna be Just Cause 3. I love the Just Cause series. A little disappointed by this one with the story. But it's still fun to blow up stuff and traverse around in wingsuit.
Oh, that's the one you're still playing around with.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty, and like connecting stuff to each other
with
by
the
wires
tethers,
is hilarious.
It's just a fun open box Sambo.
And maxed out on your computer, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Now, Forza Horizon 2, because I wanted to give a nod to a racing game, which usually I don't do car games.
Yeah, you do. You just don't do that many.
I don't do that many, and like this one really, I like the tone. It was basically like the car festival vibe, and you were basically driving around this like Eastern country thing.
Silly cutscenes, or is that a different?
No, that's Need for Speed.
That's a different one.
So many games.
See, so many games. I can't keep track.
Forza Horizon, I like more than the normal Forza or the Need for Speed this year. I really just like the festival vibe and the cars and the open world and driving around.
See it, so.
I really like just the design of it. I think I played it from beginning to quote-unquote end. I did like almost all you could campaign-wise. Next game, Dead Rising 3, because I have Xbox One now. I was going through the back catalog. And this is out of the top 10. So basically 10 ends with Forza through Witcher. Or the top of the games from the top 10 there. The rest of these are kind of grouped together by their normal rating I gave them and then alphabetically. So they're kind of in blocks, but not necessarily one's above the other. I was able to get through a lot of Xbox One games. That's what you're going to see on here. Not that many Xbox 360. So you got Dead Rising.
Speaking of Dead Rising, I'm going to check on my guys.
Yes. A lot of remasters. There's Castle Crashers. Spent a lot of time in Blaze Storm.
Oh, look, I won. No surprise.
Halo 5, we both did that.
Yes, Halo.
Definitely better than Halo 4.
Halo was very good.
Halo 5 was definitely better than Halo 4. Like, Halo 4 was meh. You can barely follow the story. Halo 5 had a solid story, and the gameplay was at least diverse and varied. More than 4. It was good. I thought it was good. Right? I mean, you trying to remember?
I'm trying to remember Halo 5 versus Halo 4, and 5 was definitely better. The storyline wasn't like, what is going on? But I'm trying to remember if there were a couple moments in Halo 5 where I was like, oh,
yeah.
Really?
So basically, you have, of course, a bunch of games here. I'm not going to talk about every single one.
Max was pretty.
Mad Max was pretty.
It was very pretty.
It gave us more insight into that world, but the story not so great at all, but still fun. There's 2 racing games back to back, which is actually interesting.
Car games!
Goat Simulator, which is just always funny.
Sunset Overdrive was funny.
That was, because that's kind of like a crazy taxi type of vibe game.
Goat Simulator is hilarious.
I guess Final Fantasy, besides Children of Light, was my other RPG I played this year, and I'm realizing I just can't get into those anymore. Magic Duels, I think that's officially now the Magic standalone card game for PC and all the systems now. I also want to say you'll see a lot of 360 games and Xbox One games I played this year came from that free Games with Gold, which is a nice service.
Worth it.
But a lot of those games are very passable. Like, I'll play them just for a couple hours. I'll give them just a basic thing and be like, it was a meh free game. So you'll see a couple of those on here, like Dear God, Fuma, Metro. So
Numa? Is it? I don't know how to pronounce that. That was a terrible game, though. Right?
Pretentious.
It was pretentious.
But some of these games you'll see are from
Dear God was cool.
Dear God was cool.
It was pretty. It was cute. It wasn't hard to play. It was entertaining.
This Dr. Lansky...
The Tiger and the Terribly Cursed Emerald.
It's a free Steam game. We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to say play it. It's a free Steam game.
Play it. It's short. Just play it. You'll like it.
Assassin's Creed probably my least favorite this year. Like the other Assassin's Creed I believe is on here somewhere or should be on here. Oh yeah, there it is. Syndicate, which was okay, but better than Unity. Rainbow Siege, man. Get Out of Hell was my... this is actually the game I went over 200,000, which is a Saints Row game. And
That's the Saints Row game?
Get Out of Hell, yeah.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You didn't see it.
No, you didn't show me.
There's a Dragon Ball game, and once again, Farming Simulator I played again. Which is always, for some reason, I find them...
He really likes the Farming Simulator.
I really like the games.
Game.
I don't know why.
Because they're simple.
Yeah.
They're calming, probably.
Trying to think what else here. You'll see a couple PC games, some MMORPGs.
State of Decay!
That, once again, the Xbox One version.
And I played it as long as you had. I'm playing it.
Yeah.
I love that game so very much. It's just prettier. Is the only difference on Xbox One?
Yeah, it just reses it up. Elder Scrolls Online, I was really disappointed because it was just basically a MMORPG skin of Elders. It wasn't really that engaging.
Worms Battlegrounds?
Yeah, these are just a bunch of the free... This is almost just a block of...
I'm just seeing if there's anything that I recognize.
Yeah, no, this is basically the block of free games that I played.
You're just
so it's not that I didn't play them.
I didn't even bother telling you. These are games I played.
Yeah, these are games that are on the Xbox and they're sitting there and I play them to get as many achievements as I can. Yeah. Surprise, and then carry on. There's some PC games in there, some Succubus, which is kind of like an adult kind of platformer type game. Kerbal, Skylines. I mean, once again, a lot of free games, in which case I played them, so I put this on this list. But Scream Ride, that was another fun one that came out this year where you make the roller coasters and you actually break stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much about it for games of the year. I mean, do you really have any more other games of the year that you were going to do? I mean, you did really that Walking Dead game. You played a bunch.
I played
Halo,
the Deer Hunter game.
And yeah, we don't know if we mentioned the Big Deer Hunter.
Well, you got it for me for Christmas, and you gave it to me early, so I don't know if that really counts. But I played the crap out of that game.
And I've been replaying through that. It's just a fun hunting game.
It's just a really good hunting game.
But other than that, you really didn't play that many other games this year.
I don't play that many games. Last year was a very stressful year,
which
and
we'll talk about
in a lot of games
when we do the life events thing. But that's my games of the year. Once again, that's the top 10 there. Overall, it's 72-ish, and once again, I didn't beat every single one of them, because who has that time, but at least I got to experience them.
You beat most of them.
I beat most of them. I mean, how many more times can I play Black Flag?
If they release it again.
Well, I got on the PC now, too, so yeah.
So how many more times can you play it? At least once.
At least once more. So, as always, thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Determined.